Hey everybody, 13 News at 4 begins with breaking news. There is a boil order in effect right now for the entire area you see inside that red there.
Take a good look at your screens, folks. This is wide ranging. It shows just how wide this order stretches. And it's a huge part of the east side of Indianapolis. You can take a closer look right now on WTHR.com.
The reason? A large water main break, and right now a lot of people may have no water.
Or very little water pressure. So the break is near 22nd and Andrew J. Brown, and that's where our Karen Campbell is.
She joins us now live. And Karen, what are you seeing and what have you learned?
Well, Dustin and Felicia, this is a much different scene than what we first witnessed a little after 10 o'clock this morning. I want to show you what we're looking at. This entire stretch of 22nd near Andrew J. Brown was covered with water. I mean, you couldn't see the bottom of the road. Now we know the water, it's not clear how far it came up, but we saw a car that was stuck in this water. The water came up to the tires. Now, what you're looking at now, of course, this road is closed, but there are crews out there now who have cleared up all of the water here again on 22nd and Andrew J. Brown. You see a lot of dirt in the road there. What they're doing, they're digging into the ground because it appears as though the water that covered this road created some sort of a sinkhole, and they're repairing something in the middle of that road. We don't know if it's the pipe that originally busted to cause this water main break. That we are still checking with Citizens Energy to find out. Now, again, I mentioned this water main break happened after 10 this morning. And we know crews immediately blocked off streets to determine, again, exactly where this break happened. They're not specific on that information just yet. Now, we know this stretch is far and wide. We checked out the map from, south of Irvington all the way up south of Benford. We know this stretch is far and wide. I also reached out to a nearby apartment complex who told me they had flooding in their parking lot. Someone at the front desk told me they did have running water, but some people couldn't get to their vehicles in the parking lot. We also spoke with a business owner nearby here on 22nd Street. He's been here 13 years and said this is the worst he's ever seen it. We want you to listen to what he had to say.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't here, and my daughter and some employees were here and called me while I was out on a job and let me know there's water rushing into the building. They said it was almost white capping coming down the side road into the doors of the building. They had about 5 minutes to get everything secured and get out.
Yeah, now he is checking with his insurance company to get things repaired so he can get back to his business and get back to work. Now, we know many Hoosiers who live and work on the east side will be impacted by this for at least what Citizens Energy is telling us for the next 24 to 48 hours. That is the length of time they say this boil water order remains in effect. Now, it is important to know that if you are in the area of this map, now we're going to put the map, of course, on our website, WTHR.com, because it is pretty large. If you're in this area and Citizen says if you have water, you are still encouraged to boil water. That is very important as they figure out, again, how to fix this water main break. Now, I've also made some calls to some schools in the area, daycares in the area, close to Washington and Roll, and, Dustin and Felicia, Daystar Daycare on East Washington and Roll. They tell me they had 90 kids that they had to call their parents today to come pick them up because they had no running water.
And we know the Marion County Health Department says a number of its offices, some of its health clinics have had to close today. So a lot of people having to reschedule doctor appointments as well.
All right,
yeah,
Karen
that's right.
Campbell.
We know there are two Eskenazi offices that are closed on the east side as well. So lots for Hoosiers to look forward to tonight as they come home, and of course what to expect in the morning.
Okay, Karen, thank you so much. And you mentioned the boil order that they had as they work to find out the cause. Thank you so much, Karen Campbell, reporting on the east side. We will stay with you. And now to those new tariffs hitting the car industry and what it could mean for you.
President Trump made that announcement yesterday that the U.S. will impose a 25% tariff on imported cars and parts. The goal is to boost manufacturing here in this country. Right now, nearly half of all vehicles sold in the U.S. are imported, and many companies, even if they have American factories, still use foreign parts.
Experts say these tariffs could mean that we'll have to pay thousands of dollars more when we buy a new car. And today we're also looking into how this could impact us beyond the price of a car.
Our Rich Nye talked with local businesses that work on cars and learned this could also affect the big plants across the state that assemble them.
Euro Motor Works has performed maintenance on European cars at its Northeast Side shop for over 30 years. The loyal customers already pay more for their preferred foreign cars and the parts for them. A new tariff would lift those costs even higher.
If that happens, and I say if that happens, we'll have to pass that on. You know, if our parts suppliers start charging us 25% more, we'll have to pass that on to our clients. There's no way around that.
The owner of this shop believes increased prices on foreign cars will cause owners to hold on to their cars even longer, making maintenance even more important.
Cars are going to be more expensive, which works in our benefit because if you're going to keep your car longer, you want to do a better job maintaining it. The cars that we service, unlike American cars and Asian cars, they're engineered to have for a very long time if you maintain them.
Many cars are assembled in Indiana with parts from other countries. Experts predict the tariff would interrupt the supply chain and production.
My biggest concern is actually not so much the price, but what happens to jobs in Indiana at these assembly plants. I expect there to be a significant decline in auto sales this year if this goes through, and that means layoffs, that means slower production. So this could, portend a much broader economic slowdown.
IU's Roberto Garcia worked in management for multiple car companies and studies the global auto industry.
All of this paints a picture of more hurting of the industry and of employment and of consumers and the economy than helping, even in the best scenarios of the long-term picture.
Garcia believes the tariff would hurt European car brands the most in the U.S. market. In Indianapolis, Rich Nye, 13 News.
And here at home, we are following these gray skies as we're seeing kind of spots of sunshine, or rather, well, spots of rain.
We did have some sunshine earlier today. Yeah, that
Yes,
was kind of nice.
spots of sunshine and the rest of the field in spots of rain.
Yeah, and that's really been the case. It's really from even hour to hour for the last several days. It's been a very variable forecast. It's been changing very much. And I think you're going to see that through this evening and really especially over the course of tomorrow. There's a couple of batches of rain rolling through right now. Yes, there was sunshine earlier. I think we're going to see these rain showers continue at least through this evening and maybe even through early on Friday, although that's not to say it will rain the entire time, but you'll at least have some rain chances here. Temperature's not going to get as cold overnight as they have the last few mornings because we do have those clouds in place. We've also kicked in with a south or a southeast wind. That should keep the temperatures pretty close to where they are right now, into the 50s for the most part, maybe dropping into the 40s during the overnight. Here's the overnight. More scattered showers expected. In fact, a much larger batch of rain is expected by early Friday morning. Temperatures holding near 50, and then watch what happens as we get into Friday midday into the afternoon. Temperatures warming up. If we can scoot the rain showers out of here, we should be able to move into the mid 70s. Friday afternoon is the best part of your forecast. Coming up though, I'm going to talk about where we go from here with our temperatures into the 70s and that possibility of storms this weekend.